Hi, everyone, and welcome to this month's 6th and 7th grade book talks. My name is Rebecca, and I'm a youth and school services librarian at the Vernon Area Public Library. Today, I'm here to talk about two books I think you'll like. The first one is called Fighting Words by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. Della has always had her older sister, Suki. When their mom went to prison, Della had Suki. When their mom's boyfriend took them in, Della had Suki. When that same boyfriend did something so awful they had to run fast, Della had Suki. Suki is Della's protector. When they lived with Clifton, he was mostly gone from home as he worked as a long-haul truck driver. So the girls were basically raising themselves. When something happens to Della that upends her whole world, Della and Suki escape Clifton's house and are sent to foster care. Francine, their new foster caretaker, is very no-nonsense and plain-spoken, and she genuinely wants to help the girls, not just ignore their problems. This is something they're not used to. Within the safety and shelter of Francine's home, the girls begin processing the trauma they've endured, and they soon discover the power of seeking help and speaking up even when they fear no one is listening. Eventually, the trauma becomes too much to bear for Suki, and she ends up in the hospital, leaving Della alone and scared. But with the help of Francine and other friends, the girls learn what family really means and how to gradually heal together. Our next book is called Curse of the Night Witch by Alex Aster. On Emblem Island, all are born knowing their fate. Their lifelines show the course of their life, and an emblem dictates how they will spend it. Every individual has a mark on their wrist denoting a specific, unique skill. Some marks identify what role you'll have in society, while others are skills that have a bit of magical touch to them, like singing beautifully or cooking like a master chef. Tor was born with a leadership emblem, just like his mother, but he'd much rather be able to breathe underwater. He loves swimming and loves the water. So on the annual New Year's Eve celebration, where emblemites throw their wishes into a bonfire in the hopes of having them granted, Tor wishes for a different power. The next morning, Tor wakes up to discover a new marking on his skin, the symbol of a curse that has shortened his lifeline, giving him only a week before a very untimely death. There is only one way to break the curse, and it requires a trip to the notorious Night Witch. Tor, along with his best friend Engel and his classmate Melda, discover that the worlds in the community handbook, the Book of Quaintos, aren't merely fairy tales. They represent a very dangerous reality. A short excerpt from the Quaintos precedes each new challenge they deal with as they rush to defeat the curse placed upon them all. With only his village's terrifying ancient stories as a guide and his two friends Engel and Melda by his side, Tor must travel across unpredictable Emblem Island, filled with wicked creatures he knows only through myths, in a race against his dwindling lifeline. This is the first book in the series. The second book, Curse of the Forgotten City, just came out in June, and it follows all of Tor, Melda, and Engel's adventures. Those are just a couple of our favorite books for 6th and 7th graders at the Vernon Area Public Library. For more information about these books and how you can put them on hold with your Vernon Area Library card, you can contact us by phone, email, or even text messaging. If you have a library card from another library, you can contact them to see if they're available there too. You can find other great book recommendations for your grade and more using the link in the descriptions below. See you at the library.